Hey, I'm Kev here, Mr. Co, with some more coverage from Season 3 of Formula Xbox. And Tier 1 visited another sunny venue, the Buddh International Circuit near New Delhi in India for round 17. As you can see, we're right at the end of qualifying to sneak our lap in. So we're getting the timing of our qualifying lap right. We just need to get the qualifying lap right. And we kind of didn't. It was like early in the season, you know. It's smooth but slow, and I'm generally not good at India really. My race pace is okay, but in qualifying it's just awful, my pace. And I think you can say that about most circuits. I think, you know, my qualifying pace is never really up to the standard of my race pace, and it's always the race pace I'm really concentrating on anyway. So as you can see, going through the first sector at the Buddh International Circuit, one of my favourite tracks in the game actually, just to drive, not to race. It is not a great track to race on, and that's sadly was the problem of the racetrack in real life as well, because in this sector 2, you know, it's just one line through this really, so you can't really make some passing moves, despite, you know, Massa and Hamilton trying to disprove that in 2011 of course. But yeah, it's a great circuit to drive, just not to race on. You really have to wait till the first sector, maybe even the third sector as well, if you're very brave into this penultimate corner or the last corner. As we had some traffic there, but the Force India nicely got out of the way of my Ferrari here as we go into the last corner here. And we lock up a bit, and again, you know, not a great lap in qualifying, but we do a 1:27. We didn't get in the 26s like we wanted, and we qualify way down, as you can see. We've got Osterholm on pole just by half a second this time from Jay Lang, and look at that Casey Legend there with his teammate Legion. So an interesting top 4 there. They also got Stop Matt and Random Beats right up there again, so great qualifying for them. We've got Laney in front of us, we've got Drastic Midget behind us once again at the start as the lights go out and we try and get a super stop, but squirming away from our starting position. Look at that, Jonesy's managed to sneak in front of us into the first corner. That's kind of boxed us in a bit here, and we're taking the outside, and that's not a good idea on this first corner. But fortunately, you know, no incidents at least through the first corner, so we give Arte in the Caterham a bit of a nudge. He's a reserve driver, so he's not going to be scoring any points, and neither is Simoncelli, who's on our right hand side in the other Caterham. And look at it, he's got nitros in his exhaust there. That's surely illegal on the Caterham, but it's somehow passing everyone, it seems, down the straight as we manage to get past Kells around the outside as we're going to turn 4, I believe this is. Going a bit wide. Oh, there's been contact. Drastic Midget is round, and we're alongside Laney now as we're up to 12th because of that incident. And we've got the Mercedes right in front of Jonesy as well as we go into the middle sector. And remember when I said this is kind of a one-line route, that's why you can't really fit 2 cars into that corner. But fortunately, you know, it didn't really affect either of us, and Laney is still in front of us though as we take a look into the fast right-hander. Not the best place to take a look at passing into, as you kind of got to be really slow in and then fast out, and it is a really nice corner to do if you get it right. These as to go into the last corner, and then he's clomped that sausage curb on the inside, and we're down his outside in our throw. We've got a nice run there using more of the track on show, and going into turn 1, and we've locked up. We have locked up. This is not going to be like Japan, is it? We're going to have troubles in turn 1 once again. We're just struggling to get car back onto the track, as you can see. So Kells has passed us right on the back of Laney, as well as, unfortunately, I think that's Casey Legend after a great qualifying. He has spun out in turn 3, and Drastic is taking advantage of us visiting the gravel trap to get in front of us, get that brake bias to the rear, try and get, you know, more load onto the rear tyres than the front, and hopefully that will, you know, lessen the locking up, as this is not how you take sector 2. As you can see, Drastic Midget is using the country route, the scenic route here. I'm not really exactly taking the apexes either, so that's not how you take the second sector. Still got Casey Legend in front of us. So you can see 11th and 10th, and I think that's Kells and Laney. They're starting to stretch away a bit, and we're trying to follow them. Try and follow Drastic Midget to catch up to them as we're losing. Oh my god, we're squirming like a snake out of the last corner, but we managed to hold it all together as Armstrong, of course, does the fast out of the rate, already into the 27s. As into the first turn, we've outbraked ourselves. Casey Legend passed, and we're down to 14th. We're down to last on the third lap. This you can tell this race is going to go well, can't you? Already, as we go out of turn 3, try and get a run. Try and get some slipstream going. It doesn't look like we did. As we go into the fast right. Oh! Casey Legend is round again. After, I think that's a side pod glitch with Drastic Midget. I said not the best place to look at doing a move. But unfortunately, with that side pod glitch, you know, it happened in the game, unfortunately. As we go into that 5, looking round the outside of Drastic Midget. We used a bit of DRS there. We got a bit too excited. And it DRS'd us right into the runoff area. As we're in 13th. We've still got Casey Legend behind us. But with Drastic Midget, we managed to catch up to 11th and 10th. I believe that is still Kells and I think Laney as well. So, we've got a little group going here, the little pack. It's gone to the next lap. And a couple of guys a bit such as Legion, I think Hamilton Man as well, and Random Beats. And into turn 1, we've just locked up majorly. And there goes Legion ahead of his teammate as well, Casey Legend. And there's Random Beats right behind us. Or not right behind us, but behind us after a pit stop. So you can tell how terrible this first stint is. On to the next lap. Can we do turn 1? Come on, tell me we can. No, we can't. Locked up both fronts this time. And even, we're deep into the gravel there. We've got enough for the collection to take home. As Random Beats gets past us, we've got Hamilton Fan behind us in the Force India as we go to turn 3. And look at this. Locking up the fronts again. These tyres are absolutely wrecked. And so we're just looking to survive until we can do our pit stop at the end of this lap. Is going to the fast right, as I said, very glorious corner, very satisfying to do right. Not satisfying when you run right like an idiot like I did, trying to give Hamilton fans some room as I saw him take a little look down my inside, but that wasn't the right place to do it. And as you can see, we dropped back behind him, and Kells had also pitted on the lap before us, but we are pitted now and we're pushing hard on our fresh tyres, trying to do the undercut on, I believe, Laney. But as you can see, we've locked up into the penultimate corner, and Laney always goes, I think, a lap or two longer than us. So that's why we're trying to push hard and, you know, try and gain some ground on him, as we do it with the scenic route in Sector 2. Again, don't drive like this through Sector 2. Don't do it at all. He's on to that turn. He has come out of the pits, and we're just behind him, though. As again, we go wide in the first turn. We hadn't done that for a few laps, though. So I'm guessing we're improving. But we are last in the race, as unfortunately the bollard on the middle of turn 3 has been destroyed. Moment of silence for the bollard. And as you can see, we've locked up into the last corner, and we haven't quite got the DRS on Laney. We're 2.5 behind him, but we were both trying to catch up to Kells in front of us in these last few laps. It's going to turn 1, just outbraked ourselves, ran a bit wide. We've lost it. The back end has squirreled away on us, going through these marker signs there, the meter signs, I think, meter boards even. And we've locked up into turn 3, into the barrier. Yeah, that was a dreadful race from us. Not our worst this season because of Monaco, but yeah, one of our worst. As you can see, I was turn 1, Jay Lang, and then Legion got the final podium spot. So now for watching. So till next time, cheerio.